Like, wow, everybody. Welcome back to Slayer Talk. And now your hosts, Mark and Carol. Mark and Carol. Oh my god, we need a new intro. I keep saying it.
Yeah, but you keep not doing anything about it.
I know, I'll do something about it. Welcome back to Slayer Talk, everyone. My name is Mark. With me, as always, is my fiance, Carol. How are you doing today, Spicy Carol?
Hey, what's up?
Not much. It's been a good week. Here it is, November 24th.
Black Friday.
1998. It's fitting, right? That it's Black Friday.
Well, this
We're
is
watching
definitely
a black episode.
very black episode.
I mean, no black people, obviously.
No. Well, yeah, no, obviously not in this show. Well,
There's Trick.
yeah, I was going to say there's like one black dude.
Mr. Trick.
But yeah,
What
this
does that
is a
say?
very white show.
What's it say about the writers of this show? That
Right?
their one black character is named Mr. Trick, and he's a villain.
When they had one black character before she got killed almost immediately.
Yeah, that's right. The other Slayer.
Yeah. Not cool.
I don't know. The white people that run this show, maybe you should hire some more black people.
Yeah. The white writer people in Hollywood kind of disappoint.
What?
They kind of disappoint me sometimes.
Oh, okay.
Sorry.
That was an excellent sentence. That sounded like you lost faith in what you were saying in the middle of saying it.
No, I just had a
I've never
couple
seen someone-
glasses of wine before we recorded.
I've never seen someone give up on a sentence in the middle.
Well, no, because I was thinking about like 90210, right? And
Sure.
like that's a super white show.
It is very white.
And Dawson's Creek, also a super white show.
I don't think there's ever been a black person in Dawson's
No.
Creek.
And so I'm just thinking, like, all the writers in Hollywood, are they all like racist white people?
I don't think it's racism necessarily. I think people just write what they know. And, like, so for instance, Kevin Williamson, I can almost forgive it, kind of, because Dawson's Creek, I think, is heavily autobiographical about his life growing up in Massachusetts.
Okay.
And I'll bet you in rural Massachusetts where he grew up, there wasn't black people.
Right.
He probably grew up in a super white town.
Probably.
We live very near, well, we live somewhat near, I don't want to pinpoint our location too much, but we live somewhat near the whitest city in America, everyone.
We do.
Plymouth, Michigan.
Oh, Livonia is whiter than Plymouth.
I thought it was Plymouth.
No, sir.
Well, I know they're both in like the top 5.
They are. Yeah. But we also live somewhat near Detroit, which is, very not white. So.
That's true.
And we don't
You
live.
you didn't want to say one of the blackest cities in America.
Well, I just didn't want to say, like, I don't know. It's not white.
There's more diversity
Yes.
in Detroit. That's true.
Anyway, how did we get on this?
I don't know.
Goodness. So I
Mr.
hope
Trick.
everybody is enjoying their Black Friday shopping.
What the fuck was this called? Yes, enjoy your Black Friday shopping. Why don't you stomp over that person for that Tickle
Oh,
Me
dear
Elmo
Lord.
doll?
I mean, you can see we are not out there doing any shopping today.
Fuck no.
I've literally never gone to a store on a Black Friday.
Me either.
I'm afraid
Do you know why they call it Black Friday?
because it puts the stores in the black.
Racism.
No.
No, you're right. Yeah. Traditionally, it's when they started making a profit. Fuck, they had to go all the way to November to make profits.
That's awful.
Yeah, it's no good. You're running in the red until November, and then all of a sudden, what? Like, all the money that you're making in November is all the money you're making for the year?
I mean, I guess maybe it's making up for all the losses prior in the year. That's kind of fucked up.
Insanity.
I don't know. My friend Heather goes Black Friday shopping every year, though.
Good for her.
I think it's insane. Like, they get up so early. Like, they're done by 10 a.m.
It's like the people that are going to be standing in line for Star Wars Episode 1 next year.
Right?
What do you think, everybody? I'm pumped. We're getting new Star Wars.
I really, I'm not pumped. I mean, like, I'm a little excited. I like Star Wars, but I'm not pumped.
I was excited when they announced that Ewan McGregor was going to be Obi-Wan Kenobi, a young Alec Guinness. I really like him from the Train Spotting movie.
Okay.
We saw him in something else too, where he was talking about how shitty it was to live in Utah while he filmed it.
Sure.
I don't remember.
I have no idea what you're talking
I don't
about.
remember what movie it was, but we watched some other movie with him. Anyway, speaking of Lover's Walk, though,
Yeah, this was
this episode is called Lover's Walk. Everyone.
this was something. This episode.
There was a lot going on in this episode.
Lot. Okay, so we're starting out, with like Buffy and Angel
Let's start out with Buffy and Angel.
because they're just all over each other.
Oh yes, they are.
I mean, I think they're trying
To have a baby.
to. They're trying to keep their hands to themselves.
They're trying to, but I mean, they can't.
Yeah, it's
They're
no
both
good.
attractive people.
And Giles is going out of town. It's like, Slayer's Gone Wild weekend. I feel like it was a bad idea for him to leave them unsupervised.
Although Faith is not in this episode.
No, you're right. I didn't even think about that.
She's mentioned once, but she's not in the episode.
Well, yeah, she's mentioned because, we find out that Buffy got, fantastic SAT score, 1420, I believe.
1430, I think.
And everybody's like, oh my God, you can go to any school you want. She's like, yeah, but I don't get a future because I'm the Slayer.
Yeah.
And then they're like,
Sad.
but there's another Slayer, Pocket Slayer, who, apparently doesn't have awesome SAT scores. Why the fuck does Faith not get
Is
a
she
chance?
even in school?
I don't know. I don't think so.
No.
But it just it seems kind of shitty to be like, hey, Buffy, go excel at life and let Faith stay here and die.
Yeah, I know. It's kind of weird.
I mean, I don't want Buffy to die either, but
Leave Faith in charge of the Hellmouth.
yeah. I think two Slayers for one Hellmouth is probably a good ratio.
Yeah, 2 Slayers are better than 1. There should be a Doublemint commercial with
Right.
them.
And Spike comes back.
That's
Spike is
right.
here in this episode.
Yeah, we start one of the first things that happens is we go to the mayor's office, and the mayor's like, "I'm evil." Does everyone remember that I'm evil? He's like, "I'd sell my soul for a good short game in golf," and he was like, "But I guess it's too late for that." Mahaha.
Yeah, that's
So he
hilarious.
sold his soul to the devil, I guess, to be mayor of a small town in California.
Yeah, that's pretty
Yeah.
stupid.
Aim high, buddy. Yeah, so he's like, oh, we got a problem because Spike's in here. And he's like, last season was okay for us. But this season, we don't want any Spikes around, so.
Well, he said some stuff about Spike. I'm trying to remember exactly, but I don't know. He was kind of talking shit.
The mayor looked like he was drunk.
He did. He seemed kind of
He talked really weird in this episode.
like me.
But so he was like, yeah, go ahead and fucking, why don't you send a bunch of vampires to kill him? That'll work like it always does.
Yeah. Does
To his
that?
assistant. He says that to his assistant.
Yeah, they do. Okay. Sorry. You know what's awful is that by the time that happens, I forgot the mayor ordered it, and I thought it was just happening because Spike's an asshole.
Oh, that's funny. But yeah, so anyway, Spike's back in town, and he's sad
And drunk.
and drunk. He's sad because Drusilla is gone.
Yeah, Drusilla left him. He caught her making out on a park bench with a chaos demon, I believe he said.
Yes, a chaos demon. I don't
And
even know
he's-
what the fuck that is.
He's like, have you ever seen a chaos demon? Apparently they're very ugly. I don't know.
Yeah, but she got the taste for other meat.
And she was just like, yeah, whatever. I don't care. He tried to talk to her. She's like, nah, not interested.
She thought that he was soft for giving in to Buffy, for making a truce with Buffy.
That's stupid.
I agree. It is stupid, but, Drusilla's like the evilness or whatever.
I didn't even remember that they made a truce.
When he left, he was like, they were like, I'll leave, whatever. We'll get Angel, I'll fucking leave, and I won't come back. And they worked together, But anyway, so Spike's kind of funny in this episode because all he does is go around and mope to people.
Yeah, he whines to anyone who will listen about Drusilla.
He does kill one person. He goes to this potion shop and he's like, I want a fucking love spell to make this woman fall in love with me again or whatever, or something like that.
Yeah, he wants Drusilla back.
And what's her name?
Willow.
Willow comes in because she wants an anti-love spell.
Yeah, kind of funny.
She wants a love spell to make Xander not be in lust with her
A
anymore.
delusting spell. Like delousing, but
Right,
not.
exactly. What's a louse? You know?
Is it a rodent?
No,
I don't know.
it's a lice. It's the plural of lice.
Okay.
So delousing means like you're getting rid of the lice on somebody.
But yeah, so she's getting ingredients for her anti-lust spell, and as soon as she leaves, Spike's like, I wanted a love spell, but I have a better idea. And he kills the shopkeeper.
Yeah.
What was the point of that? I mean, I guess maybe he's just hungry. He
Just
is a
to eat him.
vampire.
Yeah, just to eat him.
But, like, I have a better idea, and then let me eat you. Like, what the fuck, Spike? That can't be the better idea.
No, that's like a third date thing, Spike.
Oh my god.
So he kidnaps Willow.
And Xander, who are in the school library. She tells Xander that she's doing chemistry,
She needs his help with chemistry.
which is stupid. And, like, why not either A, be honest, or B, just don't even have him be there?
Yeah. Yeah, why did he need to be there?
She's like, I thought it'd be easier if he was here, but, like, you just give him the potion, right? Like, isn't that how that works?
I don't know. She said she thought it'd be easier if he didn't know. That's why she didn't tell him. But he's like, is this a fucking spell book? And she's like, no, it's a chemistry book.
Yeah, because all chemistry books are leather bound and,
And then
ancient.
he holds it up. He's like he's not that dumb.
Right.
And she's like, yeah, you know, we're supposed to, we want to not be in love anymore. And he's like, I don't have good track record with these kind of spells.
Right? You know, earlier before this happened, like, they're talking in school in daylight in front of people. And he's like, can I just nibble on your earlobe? I mean, it's pretty bad. It is pretty bad. Like, I can see why she would turn to you.
And I said on more than one occasion, are they under the fucking like influence of a spell?
I think
It
it's
seems like it,
I think it's just pure teenage hormonal lust.
but I don't understand. He's fucking Cordelia.
Who is super hot. Yeah.
Like, you know, no offense to Willow or anything, but like, if he's having hormonal urges, he has an outlet.
Yeah.
So I don't get it.
And yeah, like Cordelia, no offense, is way better looking than Willow, and they do have great on-screen chemistry, but
They do. That's the sad thing about this is I really kind of hate this storyline, but they do have really good chemistry. I think they have better chemistry than he does with Cordelia or she does with Seth Green.
wow. Yeah. That's kind of a bummer.
Her and Seth Green don't have a lot. Like, they're funny together. I can see them as like a comedy duo, but
Sure.
they don't have a lot of like sexual chemistry, really.
Yeah. Well, I mean, who does have sexual chemistry with Seth Green? No offense.
A leprechaun would.
Right.
He gives her a Pez dispenser that's in the shape of a witch.
Which is very cute. And she's all touched and like, oh my gosh, you're so sweet and wonderful. And then she wants to get him a wolf Pez dispenser.
But he says probably the best thing you could do is a cartoon dog.
Right.
Like Scooby-Doo.
So she's trying to do this spell, and then Spike shows up and kidnaps her and Xander from the lab.
And takes him to the factory. Which is a funny thing that happens later.
I don't really understand if he made up his mind that that's what he was going to do before he even left that magic shop. Why not just go get her right away? Why wait till later?
And why does he need her? Like, he could have just gotten the stuff for a love spell.
But, I mean, like, he was getting the stuff, and then I think he was going to try to cast it. It's probably better if you have an actual witch.
I guess.
That's my guess. I don't know.
But anyway, so then he starts, like, moping to her about Drusilla.
Oh, my God. Yeah.
And then she's like, I need other stuff. I need my book. I need this and whatever. So he goes to get the stuff, and he ends up at Joyce's somehow. I don't remember how.
Yeah, I don't remember. I mean, like, he goes to get her the supplies. Was he getting something from Buffy's? Oh, that probably her spell book was there. Like, she said she left her spell book somewhere.
I thought she left her spell book at the library, though.
But he shows up there when he's looking for her spell book, so I think that's where she left it. I don't know.
I guess so. But he comes in, and he's like, what's up, Joyce? And you think, like, oh, no, he's evil or whatever. And then we cut back to them, and he's just like, man, she was making out with a chaos demon. And Joyce is just listening to him.
She made him tea.
It's so funny. They're just, like, talking and everything. And then Angel comes over
And Joyce knows Angel was bad.
Yeah, she doesn't know he's good again. She doesn't even know he's back.
Right. Because, Buffy doesn't tell anybody anything.
But he can't come in because he's been de-invited in.
Yeah, he's at the door, trying to get in, freaking out because Spike is in there. And Spike is standing behind her. This is hilarious. He keeps, acting like he's going to bite her, leaning in, fucking with him.
Yeah.
Oh, my God. I loved it.
It's so funny.
Spike adds a level of comedy to the show that it desperately needs.
Yeah, I agree. I think James Marston, who plays Spike, is a good comedian.
Yeah.
And he's I can see, I want him to even get a little more, I don't know if he's going to come back because he leaves at the end of this episode again. But I like that he embraces the evilness.
Mm-hmm.
He's just he fucking loves it. He revels in it.
Yeah. And he still remains light somehow.
Yeah, exactly.
But yeah, Buffy comes in and catches him and starts beating the shit out of him. So Joyce is all confused, and then she lets Angel in, and she's like, "Oh my God!" And she's hiding from Angel. It's
but Spike's like, "Hey, if you kill me, you're not going to find your friends or whatever."
Right.
And then they're out there. He's like, "Look, this is what I want. I just want Drusilla back. I don't even want to fuck with you guys. Let me just make the spell, and then I'll let everybody go." And so they're like, "Okay, well, we'll help you, I guess." And they're walking down there. And the vampires surround them, and
the mayor sent.
And the one vampire is like, "We're gonna fucking kill you, Spike, or whatever." And they say to Buffy and Angel, they're like, "You guys can go. We don't care about you right now, right?" And Buffy's like, and he's like, "No, if you leave, you're never gonna find your friends,
right?"
And Buffy's like, "We can probably go. You just probably put him at the fucking factory or whatever." And he's like, "Did you think I'm that dumb, or whatever?" And so they stay and help him fight. And they kill all the vampires, and then how does he come to his revelation that he's not going to do
the love spell?
Yeah.
It's not until the very end of the episode.
Yeah, towards the end of the episode, he realizes he's like, "No, you guys are right," because she's like, "Oh, fucking keep moping," or whatever, and he's like, "No, you know what? You're right. I'm not going to do the love." He's like, "Forget the love spell. They're at the factory."
Yeah.
He's like, "But what I'm going to do is just be evil again. Be the man that she fell in love with."
Yeah.
And that's what's going to make her fall in love with me. I'm just going to make her fall in love with me.
One of the interesting things with him, too, is when he first arrives in town, he's just drinking and drinking. And he passes out.
Oh, yeah.
Because he was staring at Angel.
And, just talking shit about Angel behind the glass.
Yeah. So he's being a weird ass stalker, and then he passes out, and the sun comes up, and he catches on fire because the sun is on him, and he has to run into his car because his windows are painted black.
He needs SPF 100 or something.
It was kind of silly, but yeah, I just thought that was ridiculous. I didn't know that the vampires could get so drunk they would pass out. I thought they had regenerative abilities.
Well, I don't understand anything that's going on with the vampires. And that, I just have to suspend disbelief in it.
Right.
With that. Because how can they have sex? They're dead, right? There's no blood flowing through their system. So how can they maintain an erection? How can they get drunk? How is their blood alcohol, how is that affected at all?
Right.
There's so much that doesn't make sense, but I'm just whatever. That's fine.
That's true. So Willow and Xander are at the mines or whatever. Not the mines. What do they call? What is it?
The mines.
Not
the factory.
The mines. The factory.
So what happens is they go to get Giles, and as they're driving to get Giles,
they who?
Cordelia and
Oz.
Okay. And somebody else, right?
I don't know.
Or is it just the two of them?
I think it was just the two of them.
Well, anyway, so they're going to get Giles because Buffy sent them to get Giles. So they're driving and everything, and all of a sudden, Oz stops and he's like, "I can smell fucking Willow."
Yeah.
And Cordelia's like, "Gross." And so, he's like, "Yeah, she hasn't douched."
Oh, come on.
So they follow them and they get to the factory and they break into the factory right before fucking cats are breaking in.
Every time. Hello.
Right before they get in there, right before they break in, just like that cat just did. What's his name? Fucking pay attention. Willow and
I'm paying attention.
Willow and
You're
what's his
getting
name?
distracted.
Xander. Willow and Xander are in the factory. No one's broken in yet, but they're about to.
But Xander's head was bleeding. Like, he was knocked out. He wakes up. He's like, I'm so nauseated and stuff. Like, he obviously has a concussion.
Yeah. And so she's like kind of taking care of him and everything. Yeah, because in his fight with Spike hit his head.
Yeah.
And he's like, fucking, we're going to die here or whatever. And he says, can we have a kiss, like a before death kiss or whatever? And she's like, all right, fine. And so they start kissing. And that's when Oz and Cordelia come in.
So awful.
And their face, no good.
Oh, my God. Can you imagine walking in on your girlfriend or boyfriend or significant other?
Awful.
And seeing them just making out with somebody else.
Just absolutely awful. So Cordelia's like, I'm fucking leaving or whatever. And she goes to walk up the stairs, and the stairs just collapse.
Well, this is an old abandoned building, so it's like, it makes sense.
And she falls down to the other floor, and a piece of rebar, like, jams at the... She falls in a piece of rebar, which goes
Yeah, she gets
through her body.
impaled.
Yeah.
It's fucked up. And Xander climbs down there. All of a sudden, he couldn't even walk. Mm-hmm. All of a sudden, he's climbing down there to save her.
All of a sudden. And now you want to do something, Xander. Dick.
And she's like, I can't see you, Xander. And then
she's fucking dying, right?
Yeah.
And like they fade to black and everything, and then it like light of the next day, and
it's a funeral.
And they're like, fucking, this beautiful woman we're putting to rest and everything. She was so popular in school and everything, and we're like, what the fuck? I'm sitting there, I'm like, what the fuck?
Oh my God, it was
what
hilarious. He was so upset.
And then they pan down, and Willow and fucking Xander and Buffy and Willow, and I think maybe somebody. I think maybe
it was just Willow and Buffy.
And Buffy's like, so Cordelia's going to be okay.
Yeah.
It's just an unrelated funeral. What a fucking mind fuck.
Yeah. Everybody in the writers' room was laughing. But Cordelia's in the hospital.
Yeah.
She's recuperating from her awful injury. Mm-hmm. Like, I can't even imagine how painful that would be.
No shit.
And Xander won't leave her the fuck alone. Like, he brings her flowers, and he's like, hey, Cordelia. Mm-hmm. And he sits down like, oh, I'm so sorry. And she's like, leave me alone.
Yeah, she wants him gone. So he ends up leaving. And, like, Oz won't talk to Willow either. Mm-hmm. So it's like their relationships have been destroyed.
Yeah. You don't come back from that.
No. So the relationships are blown up. I don't know if Willow and Xander are going to, like, get together, like, formally or what.
I don't know. We'll find out. But I don't think...
Maybe this entire episode will... Not episode. Maybe this entire season will just be a dream. Like when they did that on fucking Dallas after they killed Bobby off.
Wow. I don't think they're going to do that again. I don't feel like that. Yeah, killing Bobby off, like, where it's all a dream and stuff, like, in Dallas, what you're talking about, like, I don't think they're going to do that in another show.
Oh, okay, I see what you're saying. I'm like, what? None of these people had anything to do with the show Dallas. Like, what are you talking about?
No, I just don't think that's something that
you don't
they're
think
gonna,
American television will ever do that again.
Right, I don't think they're going to pull that out their back pocket and be like, hey, it worked before.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's debatable how well it worked, but Patrick Duffy, for all of you that don't know, played Bobby Ewing on Dallas and left because he thought he was going to be a big star, and guess what? He wasn't.
Interesting.
So then Victoria Principal, who was his wife or whatever, fucking wakes up at the end of the next season, and there's someone in the shower, and she opens, and she's like, Bobby, and he's like, hey, what's up? I'm fucking back. and the whole season was just that he was gone was just a dream that she had. Yeah.
So, no, I feel like this is for real.
That's why people like Dynasty better.
Yeah, I didn't watch either of those shows, sorry.
No, sorry. You were more of a Falcon Crest person.
Sure.
Oh, everyone loves Jane Wyland, except for Ronald Reagan.
I recognize the name Ronald Reagan.
He divorced her and married Nancy Reagan.
Okay.
It was convenient because they both had the same last name. I think her name was Nancy Davis, I think, or something like that.
Okay.
Ronald Reagan, the actor? He's president?
Jesus.
Like in Back to the Future. Mm-hmm. Anyway, so, they're fucked up.
Yeah, that's an eloquent way of putting it. So Spike decides to drive off to go back to try to win back Drusilla.
He's going to Brazil or whatever to find Drusilla.
And
kill a chaos demon.
Buffy and Angel have a little conversation.
Oh, yeah, I forgot about this.
Yeah, and...
Because Spike talks to him, and Spike's like... they're like, we're friends. And he's like, yeah, you're not fucking friends.
Yeah.
What, are you fooling yourself, you fucking morons?
You can't be friends.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're gonna mess around, and then you're gonna fuck each other again, and then you're gonna, like, destroy the world or whatever.
I mean, he didn't go all there, but yeah. So Buffy's like, I can't see you anymore. We're not friends. Mm-hmm. He's like, you can't do this. And he's like, there must be something I can do. And she's like, tell me you don't love me.
And then he just stares at her.
And she walks away.
Yep.
But I mean, honestly, that's the way it has to be. Like, this was stupid. They should never have been doing this.
So what's going to happen with Angel now?
I don't know.
Like, is he still going to be in the show? Is he, going to just be like... She basically didn't say, like, I never want to fucking see you again or whatever. But she was like, you don't need me to take care of you anymore, and I'm not coming here anymore. Mm-hmm. So, like, there's still room for him to, like, show up from time to time, I guess. But, like, I don't know. It almost seems like he needs to leave.
Yeah. I mean, I think he should.
Yeah. But to do what?
Well, I don't know. Go hunt other vampires?
Oh, nice.
Isn't that kind of what he was doing before?
I guess I guess so. I guess he was. He was hunting down other vampires.
I mean, just, do it somewhere else.
Yeah, get the fuck out.
We'll see.
Why don't you go to Los Angeles? Why don't you go to Boston, Massachusetts with Kevin Williamson?
Sure.
Kill some of the whites so that
Oh my God.
So that the proportion of black people and white people are more even in the Massachusetts area.
You are so
they
weird.
can be more adequately reflected on TV shows.
So I'm trying to think. I think that was pretty much everything that happened in the episode.
All of it.
I mean, that was a lot, though. I mean, this was a heavy, very full episode.
Heavy, full, pregnant episode. It was having triplets.
Oh, my goodness. So we'll have to see how they work it out next time.
I'm excited to see the next episode.
Me too.
But anyway, Carol, why don't you tell people stuff?
So you can write us at latefee1994@AOL.com.
Yeah.
Check out our website at www.retrolatefee.com and share the tapes with your friends.
All right, we'll see you next time. Bye.
Bye.